Today is a very exciting day. I know I said that yesterday, but today is as well. So you guys know that by the way, it is the 5th of October. You guys know by now, if you've been watching, that I am a huge Tim Ferriss fan. I basically only talk about just gotta move this mirror. His book, Tools of Titans, which I have here. As you can see, I enjoyed the book because I have tabbed it to within an inch of its life, highlighted so many different things. So I was creating quotes, like I'm now creating my own quotes for Instagram, which I've also spoken about on these videos, because I really felt like I wasn't really adding anything new to Instagram, and I really wanted to have my own thing that I did. So the idea started when I was looking for quotes and couldn't find any good ones that I wanted to share. So I was like, oh, this is so frustrating. Like, I've seen all these quotes a million times. So I was thinking, well, I should just create my own. So I didn't want to quote myself. So I thought, well, I have all these books like Tools of Titans that I have that I have highlighted, and so many good quotes I love. And maybe I will just create quotes of them that I can share, and I'll talk about it in the caption. So I did that. And then a week after that, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to actually quote myself, because I've written a lot and I think the things I have to say are worth putting out there. So I've started creating my own quotes as well. So the big news, and it's probably not even that big, but Tim Ferriss himself just reposted my quote that I made. And that just is big for me. Probably sounds really pathetic, but I love his work and it's had a really tremendous impact on my life. And to have him share the quote, even though it's literally sharing a quote from his book. Anyway, that has just, I just checked my phone about 5 minutes ago, and I was like, I checked it about 5 minutes before that as well, and I was like, oh, I've got a tag and then 10 new followers. Where has this come from? Just nice to have these little wins where you feel like it's all sort of you can just feel the momentum. It's really nice because those moments are far and few between. Well, not really as much now, actually, now I say that, but I definitely a lot of the time don't feel day to day, can't feel any progress. So yeah, I woke up this morning at 5:15, and actually in the last week I've gotten into a bit of a bad habit with getting to the gym. I've been getting there about 3 minutes late for each class. I know for some people that probably still sounds like I'm on time, but the class starts on time and I don't want to be that person. But anyway, for the last week I have, and it's just because I've just kind of got into a habit of dawdling when I'm getting ready, except I give myself 15 minutes from waking up to leaving. So I think next week I'm just going to or from tomorrow onwards, I'm just going to give myself an extra 5 minutes. So I'd rather get there 5 minutes early than be 3 minutes late. So yeah, when I got there, a few people made a few comments that I was on time. I was like, oh God, I'm that person that it's now shocking I'm on time, even though I'd been on time for 6 weeks, the first 6 weeks. So I'm working on that, going back to being on time. I just, was on the dot on time last week, and then kind of just let that slip to being a minute late and then 2 minutes late. Well, it's actually quite a hot day. It's about 1 o'clock. I'm just getting ready to go to my coaching session with Kit. So I went to the gym this morning. It was leg day, so I'm going to be hungry. And I'm going to be hungry today. So did that. and came home, read my book for 30 minutes, and who's there? Read my book for 30 minutes, and then also did Self-Coaching Scholars, Brooke Castillo's course, for about 45 minutes this morning. Again, I was working on my daily thought work, which is like learning to tell the distinction between reality and mind, aka facts, and my interpretation of reality, aka thoughts, and really just seeing that like almost everything is a thought. Like there are very few facts. Like very few. Like a fact is like, I'm a woman. Like even if any kind of thought about any kind of like attractiveness or anything like that isn't a fact, it's a thought, because everyone, like if people have a different opinion about something, which obviously appearance is something everyone has a different opinion about what's attractive and what's not, but often, like I'm just using appearance as an example, but with something like that, if we're saying like, oh, I'm ugly, like we're saying that like it's a fact when actually it's a thought. And it's just so helpful to really clearly begin to distinguish thoughts from facts. Also, I've been using this Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon, and when I first started using it, which was like my first day using it, has been in one of these vlogs, I didn't like it, but now it's actually grown on me, because I've figured out, well, it's still not perfect, but I've figured out better how to actually apply it, just like the amount of pressure I need to use. So I actually think I'm probably just going to stick with this instead of going to the Brow Wiz, though I'm still not 100% sure it's exactly the right color for my brows. But anyway, that's what I'll work with for now. So I did that, and then I was doing some more work on how I can help you guys get started with your blogs, which I was talking about yesterday, and the idea I had yesterday that I was so excited about. And yeah, because so many of you guys tell me that you want to start a blog, and as I've spoken about, I'm really adamant that I'm not going to become a blogger who talks about blogging, because I'm interested in personal growth, but I do think blogging is one of the best personal growth tools there is. I also think so many of you in the Smart 20s community have so much to say, and that if I can help you get that out into the world and get the confidence to do it, then I will. So I was thinking about that and just bouncing some ideas around with Steve. And then what did I do? Oh, I've just been working on getting these podcasts into these vlogs into a podcast format, so that you guys who've been telling me, I really want to do wing liner. No, I'll do it later. You guys that have been telling me you listen to these videos at work, I know that's really annoying to have to listen to a video when you don't actually want to watch the video, because you're trying to do something else at the same time, which is why I love podcasts so much, because you can multitask. So I have been working on how to put it together for a podcast episode. So there'll be a weekly episode, a normal weekly episode, and then there will be a few special episodes throughout the week. One of them will be the 365 days. It'll be a week altogether, so it'll go for probably about 2 hours. And then I think as well I might upload the audio of a few of my YouTube videos that I think will be helpful, and just maybe do one of them every week. So yeah, that's what I've been working on today. Boy, it is hot. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I'm just pumped. Like this week, I feel like I've been giving myself quite a hard time unnecessarily. Is it ever necessary to give yourself a hard time? I don't know. Anyway, because I have been putting a lot of pressure on myself to create routine, which has been challenging, as every week I add something new to the things I'm doing. Like the first week I added the vlog, then I added, what did I add? Now I have a podcast. Now I have my own Instagram quotes that I'm making. Like every week, I feel like every time I see Kit, I'm like, by the way, I started this new thing this week. Which will be the same today. I'll be like, oh, I started posting my own quotes to Instagram and doing all of that. So yeah, I've been putting all this pressure on myself to have a routine. And I was talking to my friend Jace on Messenger last night, and he was like, oh, it seems like you've really like got a routine, like I really want to create a routine like you. And I was like, like I really don't feel like I have a routine. He was like, well, I can see from what you're producing that you must have a routine. And I was like, that's true. I'm so not giving myself credit. Like every morning I'm spending half an hour, like at least an hour reading and then doing personal development work. I'm doing that every morning, spending half an hour every day organizing my Instagram and writing quotes. I'm writing captions for my posts and planning and scheduling them. That's a non-negotiable. I do that every day. I exercise every morning, first thing. Have a healthy breakfast every morning. And I get everything done on time. So I'm just putting pressure on myself to be as efficient as possible, and I do want to move towards being as efficient as possible, but I think I have just really pressured myself into wanting it straight away, because like I don't like feeling like my life's messy. No one does, but I really just think I need to give myself a pat on the back for what I have done so far, and then be like, I don't know, just create a routine from a place of what I've got now is good and I'd like to improve, instead of like, it's not good enough, it's not good enough. I need to have a routine. So anyway, that's basically it for today. Just going to coaching now. And yes, Tim Ferriss reposted my quote, which I'm really excited about. And it's just nice, as I was saying, to feel the momentum. I feel such a shift in my self-confidence since starting these videos. I don't know, like, if it's just a coincidence at the same time with the videos, but I feel like it's not. I feel like part of the reason I've been feeling confident is because I'm actually nearly out of my way. Like, I've just had my foot on the accelerator and the brake for so long that finally I've taken my foot off the brake and I can actually now feel progress, funnily enough. So yeah, it's just really amazing to be doing. I want to be careful not to have that feeling come from the approval and praise from others, because it needs to just come from me. It's like that saying, like, don't believe the best things that people say about you and don't believe the worst. Like, you really just have to get that approval from yourself, because you can never control those around you. And even if you're getting lots of positive feedback, it's great to feed off of that, but I think it's dangerous if that becomes the main source, because all of a sudden, like, there are always slow weeks and all of that kind of thing where it feels like oh god, like my subscribers are going backwards and that kind of thing. And I feel like in those weeks, if you become dependent on approval from others, I try to speak in first person, I really find it hard if I've found myself attaching to approval when I'm not getting it. It's like, oh, is this worth it? But if I'm doing it for me, because I want to put things out there, I want to improve, I want to share, even if like there's only one other person watching, even if I'm the only one, like, how good is this going to be for me when, like, even from only doing this for a month, I can feel how I've changed and grown. So imagine this time next year, me watching this video, like, how valuable for me. So I really just want to keep enjoying the process and getting approval from myself, and great if it comes from others and it's fun and it's exciting, but especially when it's someone that you really admire, but I really just want to make sure I don't end up depending on anyone else's approval except my own. I really want to approve of myself and love myself, and I feel like I'm a lot better at doing that. And Yeah, I just need to be kind to myself about my routine and appreciate that I actually do have a routine and that I am, oh, there's a thing in my tooth, that I am putting myself out there. And yeah. So anyway, I better go to coaching, but I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.